Makwerekwere. Okay, listen, pay attention, Akeblan, pay attention, my people. You see, when you step into a country and there is a name that they use to describe foreigners in that country, run away. Such country is not a place to stay. Makwerekwere. That is how South Africans describe other fellow Africans in their country. Makwerekwere. Do you know what makwerekwe means in the connotation of it? Go back to where you come from. You son of nobody. We don't need you here. We have already used your fathers to fight for our independence. Go back to where you come from, you son of nobody. Makwerekwere. That's what it means in its connotation. Akebulan, pay attention. You see, when we say that these South Africans who perpetrate this act of saying, go back to your country, when we say that they are xenophobic, they think that we are being hateful, that we don't like them. No, that is us being merciful. That is us being generous with that word. That is us being compassionate because you are our brothers. That's why we say you're xenophobic. Because if we are to say what actually you are, you will not be able to hold it because you are more than xenophobic. You are more. And there is need for us to actually diagnose what is happening in South Africa so we can actually know the solution to this problem. Because when we say, oh, there is xenophobia going on in South Africa, we make it more soothing and more comfortable. Let's call it what it is. This is not xenophobia. Because when you look at xenophobia, in its definition, in its form, in its sense, you will know that this is not xenophobia. Pay attention. You see, years ago, an author wrote a book titled, You Aren't Black or White. He sent the book to me all the way from West Africa. Not for money, not for promotion, but so I could understand what was deeply happening in South Africa. Mind you, this wasn't this year. This was 2 years ago. Because the ancestors knew that this was coming, and he wanted me to have a deeper insight so I can teach you. Akebulan, it is more than xenophobia. Because what is xenophobia? It is simply dislike, hate, or prejudice targeted towards foreigners and outsiders in one's country. That is xenophobia. And it comes in different forms. It comes in different forms. How does it come? It can come as discrimination targeted towards foreigners. It can come as hostility towards foreign cultures. It can also come as blaming outsiders and foreigners for your what? For your country's economic problem. They are taking the job in our country. It can also come as violence and exclusion targeted towards foreigners in one's country. That is xenophobia. Now look at this. If you are not careful, you will think that that is exactly what is happening in South Africa until I tell you the definition of Afrophobia. What does it mean? What is Afrophobia? How is it? What is it? How is it being engineered? In what form can we find Afrophobia? The author made it so and said that this is not xenophobia. This is Afrophobia. And we have seen it in South Africa. So what is Afrophobia? Let us place it side by side with xenophobia. Afrophobia, unlike xenophobia, which is the fear, discrimination, and prejudice of foreigners and outsiders, Afrophobia is an intense, you know when something is intense? It's an intense fear, an intense dislike, an intense discrimination, an intense prejudice, targeted specifically, particularly towards Black Africans, targeted towards African immigrants in South Africa. That is Afrophobia. And it comes in different form because the one who perpetrates Afrophobia do not really want to appear that he is perpetrating such acts. So most times they hide it in different forms. One of the forms through what would they hide it is that it comes as discrimination towards undocumented migrants. Oh, they are coming to our country without paper. But then we have seen you raising your hands in the street against documented Ghanaians, documented Zimbabweans, documented Nigerians. So What you are pushing is not actually you fixing your country. It is Afrophobia. You are jealous in disguise. It also comes in another form. Anti-African stereotypes. They attach you to a stereotype. Makwara. So before they even get to know you, they have given you a name. It comes in another form. They blame you for being successful in their country. They blame you for that. It comes in another form. They target African communities. Use violence on you. We must understand these things. It is very, very important, because until we understand the difference between xenophobia and Afrophobia, we will not actually treat it on how we are supposed to treat it. Because we have seen South Africans, we have seen how they are so polite when they are dealing with the Lebanese, with the Indians, with the Europeans in their country. We have seen how they treat them. They even go down on their knees with them. But we have seen how they treat Africans. When they treat Europeans, they don't mix and use the same intense social diversity on them. But when they treat fellow Africans, they treat us as people who are not welcomed in their place. But I thank the ancestors that such thing as Afrophobia is happening in our lifetime, so we can see how ungrateful people can be. Our ancestors said, when something has filled to the brim of a bag, you tie the mouth of it. You don't beg it. When you are filling the bag and the bag filled to the brim, you don't beg the bag and say, oh bag, please, when I carry you on my head, make sure that these things don't fall. No, you get a rope and tie the mouth of that bag. African Union, time has come for us to tie the mouth of South Africans. The bag is filled to the brim. Tie the mouth of South Africans. Tie them out. We cannot continue to tolerate these things. Every 4 years, you come up with Afrophobia and say it is xenophobia. No! These people must be treated. They must be treated on how they are to be treated. African Union, if you don't do this, you are nothing but a toothless bulldog, as other commentators from Europe and America has already described you. We are giving you a chance to prove yourself. African Union, reply South Africans of what they have done to fellow Africans. We will not tolerate this anymore. I have given over 10,000 books to 10,000 people from different parts of Akebulan and outside Akebulan on the books I promised you. I promise you this, I promise you this, I promise you this, and so many other books free of charge. I've given you these books, and others are still requesting. You will get the book, but be patient. Be patient, because few hands are doing a lot of things. Be patient. We'll get to you. I love you and I care about you. And for those of you who don't have time to read books, we are working on how to get electronic books for you. So even in your offices, the devices can be reading the books out for you and you'll be listening. Do you understand? We're working on it and we'll get to it. So whenever you send us a message and you don't get quick responses, please wait patiently and also remind us, because there's so many people that we are attending to. It is not we ignoring you. It is we attending to others, because love must go around. I love you, Akebulan, and I care about you. I want to thank all of you for your patience. I want to thank you for seeking knowledge. I want to thank you for requesting for a book to read, because reading is a mental calisthenics. A mind that does not read does not expand. So when you come to the comment section and say, oh, leave our country, go home, I want you to know that the mother hen said, we are not crying for the hawk to stop carrying our cheek, for the world to hear our voice. Because when the time comes, you will hear. And for those people who say, Towncrier, can United South Africa be possible without South Africa? I will respond to you in a very practical video 2 days from now. 2 days from now, I will show you United States of Africa, and I will show you United States of Africa without South Africa. Follow me. Akebulan, I love you and I care about you. For wisdom, the principal thing. Let it be known